Football fan Stephen Garden Jr. was known as Little Steve among his friends and family.
On May 17, he would have turned 19 years old. He was out there shopping for his birthday. Is that correct?
Yes.
But Stephen Garden says his son Little Steve's life was cut short this past Saturday around 3 p.m. at the Foot Locker parking lot in East Point.
What's the deal, y'all? Looking back at a young woman, a brother in danger, and a gun, all caught on surveillance. This is the story.
Is that actually her?
It was the afternoon of May 3rd, 2025 in East Point, Michigan. The Foot Locker on 8 Mile Road was busy with weekend shoppers, unaware that in just minutes, the parking lot would become the scene of a deadly shootout.
Right.
19-year-old LaKayla Taylor, accompanied by her brother, DeJuan, pulled into the lot, a place they likely passed dozens of times. But this time it was different. Tension was thick, there had been drama brewing between groups, and everyone seemed to know it was about to boil over. As LaKayla and DeJuan approached a parked Jeep Compass, Tywan Morris Turner stepped out, already holding a gun.
Already?
Words were exchanged, heated, loud, aggressive, the kind of words that don't lead to calm. A fight broke out. DeJuan was outnumbered, thrown to the pavement, overwhelmed. Witnesses would later describe seeing LaKayla nearby, frozen at first, but visibly panicked as her brother was held down. LaKayla ran, not away, but to her car in the heat of the moment. Whether out of instinct, fear, or fury, she grabbed a gun. The firearm, later confirmed to be unregistered, was now in her hand, and she rushed back.
You gotta get that license, bro. You gotta get that license, or else the whole self-defense case is thrown out, I'm pretty sure, if you don't got no license. So it don't matter if you got a gun and you was getting beat or whatever, you gotta get that license. And she not even 21.
Where's the chaos? What happened next was all caught on multiple surveillance cameras. Images that prosecutors would later say told the full story. Without hesitation, LaKayla fired. Her first shot struck Javon Maurice Newman, who had been pinning her brother. He fell, but she didn't stop. She turned and fired again, then this time killing Stephen Edward Garden Jr.
Damn! Nah, especially, yeah. After the first shot, I would just say, like, that's the de-escalation right there. Like, you didn't kill nobody yet. You shot. I'm sure they don't want to fight your brother no more, but you gotta get up out of there. But killing him, that's where you messed up. Turning and killing the next person without no thought.
Who had nothing in his hands.
You blew it.
Another shot hit Morris Turner, the man who started the face-off. In the confusion, even DeJuan was accidentally hit.
Damn.
And then it was over. In less than a minute, the lot was stained with blood, littered with shell casings, and shaken bystanders. As sirens wailed in the distance, DeJuan scrambled to grab the gun Maurice Turner had dropped. He snatched the weapon and the magazines.
Okay.
Then, the siblings fled in the same car they had arrived in, now marked by gunfire and death.
Right.
They vanished before police could arrive.
On May 17, he would have turned 19 years old. He was out there shopping for his birthday. Is that correct?
Yes.
But Stephen Garden says his son Little Steve's life was cut short this past Saturday around 3.
Little Steve was trying to kill somebody too. Little Steve's little friend had a gun on him, so I don't think Little Steve was living the good life you thought he was, Big Steve.
p.m. at the Foot Locker parking lot in East Point.
My daughter.
If Little Steve's friend starts an altercation and Little Steve's friend got a gun, Big Steve, I don't think Little Steve was living too good, bro.
Tell me he got shot or whatever. I wanted to go see about it when I did to the scene.
2 days later, on May 5th, LaKayla surrendered herself with a lawyer present. The footage had already gone viral.
She's smiling. She not even tripping, bro. But you guys think it was overkill, or they should have never started none? I think they should have never started none, and it was overkill. Yeah.
The next day, DeJuan was arrested. Prosecutors
For
didn't
what?
hesitate. Second-degree murder, assault with intent to murder, felony firearms, and more for LaKayla.
I don't know about that. If they was saying the whole reason why she even shot is because he was getting beat on by, was it 2 or 3 dudes? Then it don't make sense for him to be. Maybe it's because he fled away with her, but
Footage had
an
already
assault
gone
charge
viral in
too
the
is
justice
crazy.
system the next day.
Like they was
Dewan was
fighting.
arrested. Prosecutors didn't hesitate. Second-degree murder, assault with intent to murder, felony firearms, and more for LaKayla. Dewan was hit with tampering with evidence, weapons theft, and larceny from Dewan.
Oh, okay.
The courts weren't lenient,
Those
setting
are
a
his.
$2.5 million bond for her and $250,000 bond for him. In court, LaKayla...
So everybody just thinks she's wrong though. Like I don't think she's completely in the wrong.
appeared by video.
Like if some dudes pulled up on me for whatever reason, I'm with my sister, they got a gun and they start beating on me. Obviously my sister not gonna get in the mix. Yeah, go grab that. Like what?
Her voice was shaking, barely holding back tears. Her lawyer described a sister watching her brother almost be murdered, saying she had no intent to kill. She didn't know the victims, he argued, and she was only trying to save family.
Literally.
The prosecution, however, described cold street justice, played back in crystal clear footage.
Street justice.
They argued that she kept firing even after the immediate threat had ended, and it wasn't self-defense, it was retaliation. A probable cause hearing followed on May 20th, setting the stage for a deep review of the evidence. But the pivotal preliminary hearing that was originally scheduled for May 27th was delayed. One of the shooting victims, Morris Turner, was still recovering from surgery and unable to appear. The court pushed the hearing to July 18th, and that day is going to prove what will be the turning.
Okay, so July 18th's been gone, but I don't know. I don't like how they try and make it seem like the victims is like just regular victims. Like nobody in this situation is a real victim, bro. Everybody is equally involved. You feel me? Bro in the hospital better have a handcuff to the bed. No lie.
Of this case.
Just for the record, John, I am aware that date was changed.
Or am I tweaking?
So Ms. Taylor knows, our family knows, I did not consent to adjourn. The prosecutor has to adjourn this on how it happens, but I understand that, Judge. For the record, it's beyond her 21-day rule, and I object. Thank you.
What did he say?
And then, Mr. Upshaw, you have a bond motion that you filed.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may argue the bond motion and make a record. The bond motion that you have presented to the court sets forth the same arguments that you made on May 20th of 2025. I referred to standard community corrections. There is no updated report, and I don't know what has changed other than we have a new date that would warrant the court at this point reducing the bond. I denied the bond reduction based on the same set of facts that you presented to the court today. What would you like to say?
Judge, I totally respect the seriousness of the offense. I'm asking the court, especially due to the amount of time that's been passed because of things beyond the court's control. Mr. Kumar and I both, and this is pretty much, I don't want to take the court's time, but it's pretty much the same thing, but I just ask you to put emphasis on the fact that here's a woman with absolutely no prior arrest.
Okay.
And it's undisputed that the only reason she was there was taking her brother allegedly to the Foot Locker.
Yeah, so this wasn't planned. She didn't want to kill nobody that day.
In my opinion, if you would have seen the video, everyone knows she was not there.
And Mr. Upshaw, we will see the video, I assume, during the preliminary examination. I am going to respectfully deny the bond request at this time. I found good cause to adjourn the preliminary examination.
Dang, she's sick over there. You could tell he mad too. He passionate about this case, bruh. I feel him though. He looked like Obama from this angle.
On July 18, 2025,
Dang.
inside a tent East Point courtroom, the surveillance footage will be played frame by frame. Prosecution will try to highlight each shot, each body falling, each second where LaKayla had the chance to stop but didn't. And her lawyer
Is that
will
her
counter
shoe?
with emotion and panic of the moment, how she believed her brother was going to die.
Yeah.
Witness forensic experts and officers will be taking a stand. The judge will have the final say-so, but everyone that's been in that room knows the road ahead is going to be long. The evidence is overwhelming, but the emotions was just as heavy. The court would soon decide whether this was a case of defending family or crossing the lines into murder. My opinions on the situation, obviously none of us was there, but based on the circumstances of the case, we don't know what happened at that Foot Locker. We don't know who's innocent or guilty until they go through the judicial process. But from my understanding, she's still a girl with a group of men fighting. It's not likely that she would have been able to help her brother physically by fighting.
Right.
With four other people. Grown men at that.
So it was
there.
3 of them.
Regardless of the situation, that's how she handled it. That's how she felt she had to protect her brother. And she did what she had to do. I can't say, oh, did she sue too many times or did she not? At the end of the day, somebody had a firearm. You get what I'm saying? Somebody had a firearm. And at the end of the day, she don't know if she shot that person, they won't shoot her next. So she just did it how she felt was necessary to keep her and her brother safe.
Facts.
She pretty much was in a point of shock. Obviously, witnesses around saying that she looked frantic and she looked panicked and she didn't know what to do but go to the car and grab the gun that she knew she had and use it.
She was probably over there yelling and stuff, telling them to stop. I'm sure she wasn't just watching, like, maybe trying to push them off. They wasn't budging. I'm sure the gun was not the first stop, bro.
Consequence leads to action. She's in jail for murder, and a family lost their kids.
I need to get ready for work, though, man.
Reaction to action. So y'all got to think about it like this. If you were put in a situation where you are a woman and you guys look at the situation from no point of view, you're looking at it from if it was you in these shoes, would you have shot those people?
Yes.
Or would you have ran and left your brother to die? And that's the situation that we're looking at. I'm not sticking up for nobody like I told y'all, but me in this situation, I probably would have reacted the same way. Probably not too intensely, but at the same time, nobody knows how it feels to be put in a position where there's firearms involved.
And you fear for your life.
You have a firearm to go protect yourself as well. I don't know the firearm laws in Michigan, but if it's a stand your ground law, she may be able to beat this with a self-defense case. But that's just me and my rebuttal on the situation. I think that at the end of the day, like I said, she's still a woman. She's still a young lady. And
yeah, she's only 19, bro.
Lesson. Whether she has to sit down or if she's set free, she's still going to be away from her family. She's still going to spend time away from her family. Her brother's in a situation where he's tampering with evidence. His bail's completely high. And she has a bill that's at $2.5 million. Damn! So at the end of the day, they just got to fight this case and see what happens from there. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope it was informative.
I hope you enjoyed.